The Texans didn't really look that good in Houston. I mean, in Houston when they played Chicago, it's a 19-13 win with that abysmal offense what they got running over there in Chicago. Not too impressed. So yeah, I like Minnesota to go 3-0 and wake up this C.J. Stroud-led team. This is our Colts. This is our team. Have you seen that guy? We bleed blue. Beat the Packers.
I haven't seen that.
For the shoe. This show is strictly for entertainment purposes. We are not financial advisors. Please always gamble responsibly.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Spread Detectives, a podcast where we break down and get predictions on sports, ranging from the NBA, the NFL, and the MLB, all the way to the WNBA. And week 2 is finished in the NFL, so we're going to do a little bit of recap and then hop into week 3. We're going to do some takeaways from some 2-0 teams, some 0-2 teams. Hank, start us off. Who you got?
I think my biggest surprise team going into the 2-0 ball club is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield, it seems like every time you walk away from that Carolina franchise, you turn into a superstar, just like Sam Darnold did over in shout out to them too up in Minnesota. But I think they can run the ball. They're kind of transitioning into Bucky Irvin a little bit. I like his name. He's elusive. You can hit him in the backfield. Mike Evans is probably the best Tampa Bay Buccaneer to ever live to this day. He's probably going to get another 1,000-yard season. That'll probably make it, 11 to 12. I think it's 11 or 12 in a row. Just consistently great at what he does. Defense has always been good. They make plays. Played a very tough Lions team. Went into Detroit to kind of revamp that loss that they had back in the divisional round. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see. It sucks because they're kind of in my Falcons division. But if Baker can keep playing like that and the schedule is just as easy as anyone's, I could see them kind of making a run, at least a playoff team for sure, and then they have a real shot to compete for that competitive NFC South at the moment.
Hell yeah. And who's your 0-2 team?
0-2 team, I'm going to have to go with the Jags.
Okay.
I'm on them every single year, and it just seems like they seem to disappoint. After this year, if they miss another playoffs, I think you've officially put a clock on the Trevor Lawrence experiment.
Really?
I think he's good. I think he can throw it on the run sometimes. He has some really good balls. Pause. But I don't know. I don't know if it's coaching or whatever. It's still Doug Peterson over there, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are
they still building the new stadium too?
I think so. I give them one more year. I mean, with the 0-2 teams, you have to win that game to go 1-2. You can't go in 3 or you kind of hyperdrive into what's going on with the offseason or things like that. I've always been a Jags fan, kind of let me down a little bit early. But yeah, we'll see what happens. The exciting first couple weeks, a lot of field goals, not a lot of touchdowns, which is if you compare the touchdowns to last year to this year in the first 2 weeks, it's way down. So a lot of good defenses going out there. So shout out to the defensive side of the ball. And yeah, looking forward to seeing what's going on week 3.
What about you? Who's your 2 takeaways?
I'm going to go ahead and start with the Chargers, the 2-0 Chargers. I'm a little biased because that's my team, but I'm sticking by it. A little bit of a new identity and some, I guess you'd say, easy games. The Raiders just snuck one through, so who knows how they're going to look. But then the Panthers, take that with a grain of salt. I do like the new identity for the Chargers. You got Justin Herbert stepping into his own kind of
hard nose, run it down your fucking throat.
J.K. Dobbins has been way more impressive. I was looking at the roster like, we don't really got much of a run game this year. One man's been doing it all. It's impressive, and you still got Gus Edwards with room to do what he can do later on in the year. A really young receiver room. Lad McConkey's been.
Yeah, he's stepping
into it. It's been impressive. And then the defense has been solid. It's been solid for the past few years. It's just miscoached. So, we're seeing what they can do with good coaching and good energy in the building. So
yeah, John Harbaugh's got those. It's Jim or John? I think it's John.
I think it's John back in there, and then the Jim's
he's got those guys fired up.
Which, I guess I'm talking about both Harbaugh brothers and then I'm keep that one sweet. The Chargers are doing good. I don't really want to jinx it because they got Pittsburgh coming up this week, and that's going to be, I think, the real tell of what the season's going to look like, an actual ball club. The Raiders, week 1, we're figuring things out with Minshew. Josh Jacobs not there anymore. Packers now, which he went crazy as well. But I'll transition into the Ravens, who have looked not terrible, just haven't closed out ball games.
Yeah.
And that's why that's my most surprised 0-2 team, because I I think I said last episode, I said something when I talked about the Ravens, I was like, they could not lose this week. And it was like an 8-point spread, but still, I didn't think there was any way that they could lose.
And they were covering with like 6 minutes left. They were
Found a way to lose.
Yeah.
23-13,
Yeah.
Brock Bowers is really coming into his own.
Yeah.
Looking like the tight end number one if you guys are fantasy players.
Yeah.
I think Baltimore will get it going. They'll be like an 11-win team. They're just going to have to
I can
get
see it.
real hot mid-season, win like 5 or 6 straight. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have any strong takeaways. It's week 2.
Yeah, exactly. It's too early to really know exactly how everything's going to turn out. I mean, my 0-2 team, there's only been 3 teams to ever win the Super Bowl after starting 0-2, and there could be a 4th this year with the Bengals. I'm still riding with the Bengals. You can never count them out. I think Joe Burrow's lost his season opener every year, and then I think he's been 0-2 a couple times already. So
He's
it
one
means,
and 9 in his.
Why does he just seem like he's kind of like lost his steez,
he
though?
seems
Like,
flat, dude.
Yeah,
the whole team seems flat.
Yeah, they look like
They played well against He played well against Kansas City.
Yeah, that is true. They just didn't close it out, and obviously it got insane help from the refs. But in week 1, they just looked unbelievably flat.
Yeah,
but
after watching the Patriots tonight.
Yeah, I still think that they should have won. I mean, I had them by the spread, so I covered, but definitely think they should have beat Kansas City. And the 2-0 team is everyone's hottest team right now is the Saints. I mean, where the did that come from?
over 100 points in 2 games. Derek Carr,
just blowing people out, dude.
he's a good guy, so I'm happy for him.
And
Point differential is like plus 62 right now.
Alvin Kamara, Norcross product.
Norcross, shout out Gico.
Yeah, and this week they go into Dallas. That'll be interesting to see if they can keep it up.
No, Philly comes in.
They're playing.
I'm sorry. That was last week. They went into Dallas.
The Ravens are playing Dallas.
Yeah, and this week Philly comes to them. So that'll be interesting to see after the Philly debacle that was Atlanta on Monday night.
Atlanta took that game.
Yeah, that was a shit game that had a good ending for Falcons fans.
Hey, Kirk Cousins came through.
Yeah.
Kirko chains, baby.
Yeah.
Kirko.
So with that, I mean, let's hop into this week. Let's start getting through some spreads. We got some good ones this week. Bunch of teams favored by a touchdown. As you know, every team favored by 5 or more last week did not cover. We've already had one this week. The Jets tonight were 7-point spread, and they blew New England, didn't even allow a touchdown. So we're alady 1-0 there. So I could see some big favorites covering.
I remember last week was dog heavy.
Yeah,
for sure.
This is the first time.
I don't give a bringing the dogs back out this week.
Okay.
The dogs
this
are here
is the
to
first
bark.
time that a big spread like that was covered in the NFL going in. So I mean, it could the way Vegas likes to do it is sometimes they'll just be dog heavy, and then sometimes all the favorites cover.
Yeah.
But I don't know with the spreads this week. You never know. So
Public got smoked last week. And the first one we're starting off with is another touchdown spread. We got Denver, an 0-2 team, going into Tampa, your favorite 2-0 team or your biggest takeaway. Who do you have in that one? 6.5 in Tampa.
I like Bo Nix to go in there and get that spread covered.
Yeah. You think they're going to win, don't you?
I mean, just off the fact that I love this 2-0 start that they got, but I think this Denver team could get a little sneaky there. They well coached by Sean Payton. If they could just run the ball and keep it to like a field goal game, maybe a turnover here or there by Baker, it kind of goes exactly opposite of what I've already been talking about. But I'm totally joking. It's going to be a 6.5 cover by the Tampa. But as a Falcons fan, I would love for Bo Nix to go in there and get his first win. But I think this Bucs team is pretty hot. I think they got something to prove, especially after competing last year in the playoffs alone.
Yeah.
So
they're on a streak.
If we're going to start off with either the dogs or the heavy favorites covering, I'm going to have to go 6.5 Bucs cover that spread.
Okay. But yeah.
As much as I want to say the Broncos, because I love my man Bo Nix, but I just can't do it. They don't really have a run game at all. No one really to throw the ball to. Defense is nothing crazy. I think they got a lot to figure out.
Yeah,
I think eventually he's going to have a really
3-14 ball club.
Yeah, just having a rough year, and not even like getting thrown around all the time, just not having enough to win a ball game.
Yeah,
like there's going to be moments of
they play the Panthers too, so that's going to be a prime time matchup.
That's going to be the fucking toilet bowl special.
It'll be the only game Denver's favorite in all year.
Yeah, I guess.
Dalton.
I'll just keep it easy. Baker's got it going. He had a rough few years. I mean, not terrible.
6.5 is easy to cover in the NFL. touchdown here.
At home, right?
There. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It's a lot of
They
points.
play
though.
really well in Tampa as well.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I guess we're all agreeing on the first one, so that means the Broncos is definitely the move. But
Baker's got
Nick's
that
gonna get in there and
team
get it
buzzing.
going.
I also like Tampa, but I like the under in that one. It's 41. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Denver's had low-scoring games so far, both games.
Yeah,
So
something
I
like
see
think-
Denver scoring like 6.
Yeah,
9
and Tampa
points,
getting
maybe.
20 maybe.
24-9. I was
Yeah.
hating on you last week for calling exact points, but I'll say 24-9.
24-9.
Was that
Couple
did
field
I hit
goals.
any of those?
Here's
Can't say I checked.
Here's a good one. We got a couple 2-0 games, a couple 2-0 matchups this week. The first one, we got Houston, who I love. CJ Stroud is incredible. Going into Minnesota. Who you got with that one?
Wait, Houston going into Minnesota?
Yep. And their Houston is -2.
See, I don't know, man, because I was talking shit about Minnesota last week, and I
Yeah.
said Sam Darnold was going to get figured out by the Niners. The Niners without McCaffrey back there helping him out all the time. Maybe it was just a weird game. I don't know, but that's always the Niners always a good defense.
Yeah.
And Minnesota got it done. I don't know much about Sam Darnold as far as in the NFL, so this is going to be exciting to watch. He's got one, if not the best receiver in the league. They're going to be a fun little duo to watch. Who's their running back? Do they even really have a?
Yeah, it's Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones from the Packers. Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, I'm excited to see how that goes. What were we talking about?
Houston -2 at Minnesota. Who's covering?
I remember we were talking about. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Houston covering. Just
Hell
a
yeah.
very poised ball club, unlike myself. And I love what CJ Stroud's doing. He's been composed back there the whole time. Now he's got the weapons to do it.
Yeah.
Even though Joe Mixon's out, so that's a fucking bummer. But yeah, I
Sorry,
think
we can edit that part out. It's okay.
you can leave it, edit it. I don't care.
Who you
Jose, do
got?
your thing, dog.
Who you got?
I like
Houston.
Minnesota to cover the +2. Maybe even sprinkle a little bit of the money line. I don't think Houston's been that impressive in the first 2 games.
What the?
They've won, bro.
Yeah, they've won. They struggled against Indianapolis.
They didn't struggle. It was just a high-scoring
Anthony
game.
Richardson threw some dots down the field.
He completed 9 passes,
Yeah,
by the
but
way.
he threw
9
for like almost
That one was
240
nuts.
yards. Yeah, he threw. I feel like you can beat him deep. I don't trust Houston's secondary as much as a lot of people do trust them.
Yeah.
I think Minnesota's a well-coached ball club. With
They do look like they're gonna stick to
Kevin
the
O'Connell.
script.
yeah, I mean just
He's got the boys dialed in.
yeah, those guys that locker room goes around him. So
Yeah.
no, but I mean seriously though, they can run the ball. Sam Darnold's
He's getting rid of it quick.
vet. He's got something to prove. Maybe he can, get a contract out of these guys if he plays really well throughout the season. So
Yeah.
he's got some, Justin Jefferson. They have they get really good backup receivers as well. I don't know if Addison's healthy this week. I think he is going to be able to give it a go. And then and then the Texans didn't really look that good in Houston. I mean, in Houston when they played Chicago, it's a 19-13 win with that abysmal offense over what they got running over there in Chicago.
Yeah.
Not too impressed. So I like Minnesota to go 3-0 and wake up this CJ Stroud led team.
Okay. I like Houston -2. I think they go in there. I think it's a good game. I think I think they scored some points. The over-under's at 46. I think that could possibly be an over, but I definitely think Houston covers that.
I like that.
Actually,
they
I like
definitely
the over a lot too. I'd even tweak it to 50.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, I get it, but it's funny.
All right, let's go another undefeated matchup. Your Chargers going into Pittsburgh.
Ooh.
Justin Fields lighting the world on fire. No one's talking about it though.
I wouldn't
Just
say
kidding.
lighting
He's
the
not.
world
I know
on
he's
fire.
not. He's not. They're just winning though. So you got the Chargers going into Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is -1.5.
I'm not sure if this is going to be the matchup at all with how the line works, but TJ Watt in that line. Have you seen what Joe Alt's been doing to some of the best people in the league?
Yeah. Now he's next. I saw that graphic today that they're lining up next to each other.
Joe Alt,
front of each other.
it's going to be exciting to watch.
That was a good draft pick.
Yeah.
I was said it as soon as they drafted him. I was like, that's going to be a great.
Dude, he's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I'm going Chargers. I'm going to keep rooting on this thing. Let this train keep on striding on ahead.
No, yeah. I don't blame you. I like that too. What do you think?
I like Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Get the, I'm not just disagreeing with you. It's just I think they're a more seasoned team. Mike Tomlin. I think they can get Justin Fields throwing the ball a little bit. Some of the balls that Justin Fields has thrown downfield to George Pickens have been impressive.
Yeah.
There was a couple in the Atlanta game. There was 2 in the in the Denver game. The one got called back for like a holding, but if he can get him a little bit more involved downfield, get Freiermuth involved. Yeah, Muth.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they just have a little bit more experience. TJ Watt coming off the edge. That defense is pretty nasty. I think it's the number one scoring defense right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Number one
actually,
scoring
besides
now.
the Chargers. No, is it the Chargers? No, but they're both the top 5 in the scoring defense of not allowing points as much as the rest of them, I think. But yeah, I'll take Pittsburgh on the 1.5. Go 3-0, and then there'll be a real quarterback controversy with probably Wilson coming back next week. But if Fields can get it done without turning the ball over, because that's what he's done. He hasn't turned the ball over. Gets him in field goal range. Kickers automatic from anywhere inside, even outside of 50 too. So yeah, just a good ball club.
Okay. Oh yeah. We got a next one. Philly going into the Saints. This just makes no sense. New Orleans at home, only -2.5. New Orleans is dog walking people. Philly lost to Atlanta.
Defense
struggled against the Packers. I mean, they scored some points, but it was a very close game against the Packers, who I know they were without Jordan Love, but got demolished and embarrassed. Or I'm sorry, they did it to the Colts. Never mind. My memory is bad there. But I don't understand why it's only 2.5. So I would love to say the Saints, but I'd have to take Philly because the spread makes no sense. So I think Philly's going to get it done somehow. I don't know how. Can't see how that happens.
Philly's sick. They got a sour taste in their mouth losing to who they thought they had no chance of losing against with the Falcons.
True. Yeah.
So I could see it, and I mean a little bit of coming back to earth for the Saints. I mean it's got to happen. They can't put up 40 every single game. Someone's got to do it to them.
Yeah. No way this game is just 44-13 Saints. If there is, then we got some things to talk about with the Saints team. I like Philly to go in there and get a dub, go 2-1, bring them back down a little bit to our playing level, because right now if you just look at all stats on the offensive side and defense, if you want to go there, it's Saints all the way at the top, and then there's a very fine line. I mean, a very big difference between the rest of the team. So bring them back down a little bit.
Yeah.
Philly gets a much needed win, goes 2-1. Nick Sirianni,
I think if the Saints get this win, it's going to be a.
I really hope they're
going to start rolling.
But then they got to go into Atlanta after that, and Atlanta's going to fucking dog walk them.
I hope Atlanta can build on the identity. I mean, they didn't look too crazy up until that last drive at all this season, but that last drive was, it was only a few plays.
It was like 4 or 5 plays, wasn't it?
But those were the plays they needed to take, bro. I'm like
6 plays, 70 yards, 53 seconds.
Run heavy and then put it up in there. Trust Kirk. Kirk Cobain's, as you call him. Chains.
Darnell Mooney. I mean, he came into his own this. So and then you got Ray McLeod, obviously Drake London, certified wide receiver number 1. Kyle Pitts is getting out there. We'll save
we'll
that.
We'll get to the Falcons. Just relax over there.
To say about them.
Yeah, so the next one, we're going to hop over to the Green Bay versus Titans game. Another spread that doesn't really make any sense.
What a snooze.
Yeah, I know. Who cares about this game? Over-under's 38.
Malik Willis's return game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. You're right. So Tennessee's favored by 2.5, which is
taking
weird.
The Packers, man. Malik Willis return game. He was 12 for 14 last week with quite a few rushing yards.
Yeah.
And then, what's his name? Will Levis. I can't like a guy who eats coffee. It's hard to, or eats mayonnaise, puts it in his coffee.
You'll never let him live that down.
It's just weird to me. And then also he makes terrible decisions. I get it. You're young.
Even his coach was like, that was dumb, stupid. He's a grown man. I don't know why he's doing that. I'd be hot with him too, to be honest.
Yeah, but throwing him under the bus like that.
What are you doing? But that team has a lot of other outside issues.
Hey, Tony Pollard's nice though. I will give him that.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna take that back because they got Tony Pollard, got Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins. That is actually a good ball club. If you just replace Will Levis with
I think Tennessee's gonna take care of business. Will Levis doesn't get his first win.
Do they have a backup quarterback at all?
Who?
The Titans?
I couldn't tell you who it is.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think it's
Ryan Tannehill. I'm just kidding.
Where's Tanny? Where'd he go? He just disappeared into the mist.
I thought he would go over to Miami again, but they signed Tyler Huntley.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good move there.
I think he'll get the start this week.
Over Skyler?
Be better, dude. That Skylar Thompson dude sucks.
Yeah.
But, I'll take Tennessee as well.
Yeah, cool. Well, let's go Titans. All right, here's another snooze fest, but a touchdown spread. The Giants going into Cleveland, 6.5 favorite of Cleveland.
Let's just all go Cleveland minus 6.
Quick. No, nothing to say here.
Browns had the number 1 defense last year. Daniel Jones could probably get 6 total points.
Daniel Jones is stealing money from the NFL right now, just taking it.
Yeah. So we'll move
Move
on.
on. All right. I'll go Giants plus 6.5. Here we go.
Malik Neighbors better have a game.
Chicago's going into Indy. Indy's minus 1.5.
Baloney.
What do you think?
I think AR is just a terrible quarterback.
Dude, last week you said the exact opposite. You were like, he's throwing phenomenal balls out there.
I mean, he can put it on.
He can heave that shit.
Yeah, and he can probably catch someone slipping one time. But the way that the Packers won that football game with Malik Willis, I have no faith in him at all in the Colts team going behind that fucking loser.
Whoa. I mean, hey.
I also am a Georgia fan, so I never really liked Florida growing up. But anyways, maybe I'm going a little too
That
hard.
felt personal.
Yeah, that did. I mean,
I don't see that Colts team doing anything with him kind of calling the shots behind under center. So yeah, go ahead, give me Chicago. I think Caleb Williams actually has a good game this week.
Yeah, they're due for one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. In the NBA season, I called out Chet and said I could give him the fade. I could whoop his ass. Probably. I think I could.
Yeah, but
you went a whole different route. Yeah, I'm good on that, bro.
They couldn't see me.
That's
Dude,
crazy.
he's like 6'5", like 230 or something.
Yeah, he has some good deep routes, deep balls, but
Yeah. There you go again.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to say the boys in Indy turn around, get the first win, smoke them. 2 touchdown.
oh wow.
Take Indy minus 13.5. I think it's a blowout of a game. Caleb Williams might do good, but I think the Colts are going to score some points this week, and they're going to blow them out of the water.
Out of left field.
It's in the dome. Over.
This is our Colts. This is our team. Have you seen that guy? It's like this fat white guy. And he just makes a chant song for him. This one was like,
really
"We bleed blue, beat the Packers
I've seen that.
for the shoe." I'll show you after this, bro. It's hilarious.
All right, let's jump to the next one. Miami going into Seattle. The red hot Seahawks, which no one's talking about either. 4.5. Favored Seattle. Who you rocking with? You got Seattle colors on.
Hey, maybe it's meant to be.
you
I
go.
will say I love Geno. I love Geno.
You're gonna be like, "I'll give you the Dolphins on the spread."
Nah, I just think there's too much going on down there. It's hard to make it work. Like, they got great receivers, but timing is everything with speedy motherfuckers like that. And the timing's just gonna, even if it's a half a second off or a millisecond off, it's just not gonna click as well. Geno's been looking good. I felt like they should have went further last year. They are short Kenneth Walker though, so that sucks.
4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while, which sucks.
The injury bug's hitting early.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say? What was the spread again?
4.5.
4.5 Seattle.
That's funny to you that I forgot the fucking spread. Piss off, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna just rock Seattle until
Seattle
they.
4.5.
What are you thinking?
I'm gonna go Miami on the money line.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, whenever
These guys don't like weather.
I mean,
Wait, is it in Miami?
no, it's in Seattle.
Oh yeah, they don't like weather, bro.
Yeah,
I
but
I like him on the spread too, but I could see him taking the money line. Seattle hasn't played anybody to impress me. They had a close game with Denver.
Yeah.
They had a close game with New England. I mean, they haven't played anybody, and these games have been relatively close to teams where now as we move on throughout the season, these guys aren't competing at all. We saw New England tonight not even put up a touchdown against the Jets, who I don't still think is a complete
Hey,
team
maybe their
yet.
defense is waking up though. They had a great defense last year.
great. Yeah.
That's true. But I just if you're a betting man, take the plus 4.5. I think Huntley's season. He played well against what was it, Cincinnati in that playoff
I would take
game.
the under.
Was that
The
last
under.
year?
Wait, what is it?
41.5.
Yeah, I'm taking the under. I think this
low.
one they're
Okay.
gonna have a hard time getting into the end zone.
Yeah.
But
I like Miami as well. Cup definitely the 4.5. I don't know about the money line necessarily, but I definitely like the 4.5 for sure.
Shout out to you, Gino. I got you. And by the way, happy birthday, Jamari. 2 weeks in a row was my buddy's birthday.
Now we got the hottest team in the league going into play Las Vegas. Vegas is -5. We got the Panthers going into Vegas.
Oh, okay, hello.
Who do you got?
I think Carolina goes in there and
Wakes up.
shits the
done.
bed.
And the Red Rocket. Oh, shit's the bed. That's what you were gonna say. They
that
covered.
team has so much more to fix than just the quarterback. I think Andy Dalton does give him a better chance to win. I think the Bryce Young experiment should be over permanently.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield said something saying that kid's career is not over. I think it is. I think I just don't think that there's any, and I really don't have any kind of respect to call him a kid like that, but he doesn't have the height, he doesn't have the body frame, he doesn't have the IQ. He makes terrible decisions. I think the Bryce Young should be kind of heading to more of the CFL, XFL kind of route.
Okay.
But yeah, Andy Dalton definitely gives him a better chance to win the game. But I mean, what a win for Antonio Pierce.
Last week. Yeah, what a comeback. I think that what they should do is Carolina, they should fly to Vegas a few days early, go to every casino they can, and take the Raiders money line.
Yeah.
That way they get something out of this trip.
I like that idea. If I was
What's
them.
the spread on that?
5.
For Las Vegas? Jeez, man, there's not
Once again,
respected.
this is the most that Vegas will be favored all year, though. This will be the biggest.
I could see some asshats going in there and taking Carolina for the +5, and maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, you need to.
Yeah, that's high. Yeah, I'll take Las Vegas to cover
On the 5?
Yeah.
I think Max Crosby gets it going. Brock Bowers gets it going. It's not a scary team, but it's going to be a fun team to watch.
I'm gonna hop on.
always fun.
I'm hopping on the Andy Dalton and Miles Sanders train.
Yeah.
Legette's going to get in there. They're going to get it going. Thielen might get some action going.
No targets.
They're winning the ball game.
Yeah.
They're winning it outright. You heard it here first, fellas. The Panthers are winning this week, but take the points, of course.
Hell yeah. This is a good one. Baltimore going
serious,
into Dallas. Baltimore is -1. It's a good game.
It's a good game. Both coming off a pretty disgracing L. Dallas a little bit more, just getting
Crushed.
Just absolutely demolished by the New Orleans Saints. And then you go on the opposite side where kind of Baltimore was controlling the entire game, blew it at the end.
Yeah.
This is a tough one.
And with their run game, they should not be blowing leads.
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
they're just trying to figure out how to
be.
work the new pieces. You know,
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
taking-
every team it takes a little bit of time. Give me Dallas though.
Dallas?
Dallas, it's at home. It's in.
0-3
Do you think
Ravens
Baltimore
start.
goes 0-3?
Give me Dallas. I think they got a lot to work
Wow,
on. I think if you had to pick a team that has a lot more to work on than the other team, then I would take Baltimore to struggle again. I feel like Dallas wakes up defensively. I feel like Lamar makes a couple mistakes downfield. Give me Dallas 27, and give me the Baltimore 20.
Wow, the under 2. Okay, it's 48. What do you think?
I mean, I said it last week. I was like, "Oh, Baltimore can't lose. That's 0-2." Now we're talking 0-3. We're talking 0-3, and I don't like to think it. I don't like it.
I definitely think Baltimore gets it done. There's no way. There's just no way they're
Dallas
0-3.
goes to 1-2.
They both be
Yo.
1-2. I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with the Ravens. I don't think they're gonna let us down once again. My man Stavi Halkias, the comedian, he needs the Ravens win. That's what I'm going for.
Hey, I did say, though, at the beginning of the season, hammered the Ravens under for the year.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that was-
I do remember that. You
All
said
off
that.
season, as soon as they signed Derrick Henry, under, because they're too much value. He doesn't add that much to the team, in my opinion. He never really helped the Titans. I mean, they had a couple good seasons, but he never really pushed them past that barrier of being better than just good. And I don't think that he's going to do that for this team either. But I think they get a win this week. Let's jump to San Fran going into LA. Still no McCaffrey, right?
No
or
McCaffrey, no.
Debo.
Or Debo.
Or
Yeah.
Or no
Debo.
Cooper Kupp, no Puka
Or
Nacua.
Nacua.
Jeez.
This game is injury prone.
Man.
What's the spread on that?
San Francisco's 6.5, which I'm pretty sure I saw 7.5 earlier. So it's already getting towards the Rams, getting closer to money line.
I don't know. After
Or
watching
pick
the
'em.
Rams get beat up pretty bad by the Cardinals, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would just
But the Cardinals looked prime time.
They
Like
looked
that
good.
wasn't just
Yeah.
they were playing
It's
their
time for their
average
first
football.
win. Yeah, I
They were
think
playing phenomenal football.
Yeah, they're
It was
perfect.
good.
Yeah.
And if you
Defense
look
played
back,
well.
Kyle Shanahan does not lose to Sean McVay. I think this is the time. I think the Rams easily cover the 6.5 and maybe even win the game.
Yeah, it's Matthew Stafford, bro. He does amazing things. I heard it the other day. People say he's the quarterback's quarterback.
Yeah.
They love everything he does.
Yeah,
I just think,
you would say 49ers go to 1-2.
I could see it.
Yeah.
I could definitely see them not covering the 6.5, but did they lose? I mean, I could see it.
yeah, they got such high expectations,
Yeah.
and it's like,
They're down
start
some
rough,
people.
fix it later on in the season when they get
Yeah,
healthy.
give me Staffy to cover that. This is 6.5.
Oh, you're switching it up? Never mind. I'm going back to San Fran.
I didn't give you
No,
my.
just
I
kidding.
didn't give you my. I didn't give you my fucking.
No. Who you got?
Oh, I'm going Rams for sure. I honestly,
Okay, so we're all on the Rams.
I think that defense wakes up, maybe makes Purdy make a few mistakes.
Yeah.
Take the points for sure, but I wouldn't hate that money line. I'm telling you, the dogs are barking once again this week,
Okay.
and there's a few of them.
This is a good one. The 2-1-1 teams, but two definitely looking promising teams. Detroit going into Arizona, but Detroit is favored by 3. Give me Arizona money line.
Yeah, give me
all
Arizona.
day.
Arizona's been quiet for too long.
Yeah.
Detroit, another team with super high expectations with Jared Goff under the snap. That guy's a fucking loser. Sorry, that was a bit aggressive, but I just don't like him. I don't like his last name. I don't like the way he plays football. Give me the Cardinals. Kyler Murray needs to start making things happen.
What don't you like about his last name?
Just Goff. It just sounds like poop on the floor or something.
All right.
Just has like a shitty name, like Goff. Shit.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I'm gonna have to absolutely disagree. Let me go ahead and give me give me the Lions to bounce back. I think the Cardinals had a fluke win. I just think no one really cared about them. They did play good against the Bills too in Week 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me a bounce back. Give me Lions
winning.
-3.
This
They
guy's
blew that
trouble.
lead. It was like 17-3. They should have won.
Yeah.
Lions -3 all day.
Yeah.
They get a bounce back win.
All right, and now to your game of the week. Sunday Night Football. We got Kansas City traveling into Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta. Kansas City is favored by 3.
This is the game of the season.
Stadium is going to be rocking.
If you hear me out, if you think about it, this is going to be like one of the best games ever.
You think Taylor Swift's going to be there?
Swift's is going to come for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, at the nice
Did you
one of
hear
the
what
nicer
Arthur Blake's
stadiums.
doing? He's giving every person that comes 2 free hot dogs, a free bag of chips, and a unlimited soda.
Yeah, handing out glizzies.
The stadium's going to be popping.
Like everyone, just everyone.
This is going to be one of the best regular season games of the year.
So
And
who do you have?
I got Atlanta money line.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm with them. I'm with them on that one. I don't even
Wow.
want the points. Keep the fucking points.
Yeah.
I think
I think
they
it'll be
win.
a close ball game. I think Atlanta sneaks it
No.
out. Kansas City has to get a loss. I think they get an early loss in Atlanta. Tough one. Atlanta moves to 2-1, and that AFC South is barking.
Yeah.
And I would love this for my Chargers and my season future, which is the Chargers and the Falcons in the Super Bowl.
right.
But I love it. I think they're gonna. I don't think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be like 10+ point Falcons
Really?
win. Yeah,
Easy win.
Easy
Damn,
win.
Okay.
Yeah, if you like
So-
all
I think
spreads.
things are going to be looking like they're clicking on all cylinders. They're going to get Mahomes flustered early. He might do
no
some magic.
Pacheco now. Pacheco's
Yeah,
out
no
for a
Pacheco.
good-
That's
good
huge.
bit.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I dig it.
I think Kansas City's going to easily win this.
Whoa.
I mean, not even a question.
Yeah, I can't wait to be
Shit like
around
that
you when
just
this
pisses
happens.
me
Because
off when
Yeah,
it comes out of your mouth.
Give me Kansas City. Hell yeah. Let's jump into 2 Monday night games this week. We're going to start off Jacksonville going into Buffalo -5. Give me the Jags +5 all day.
I like
I like
Buffalo. I think.
Yeah, -5?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Buffalo team looked good.
Yeah.
Going into Miami.
Oh, yeah, they look good.
I mean, Josh Allen being one of the
Shakir,
ones like
yeah.
he's got less of a superstar team around him. Not really, just a few
He
pieces.
lost
going.
Diggs, but also Diggs can be a cancer to a team. Like,
Yeah, he wants the ball all the time and shit.
then now you can spread it out. Run game, James Cook looks great.
Looks
Defense
great.
looks great. Yeah, give me the -5. But the Jags are going to come in. It's going to be a must-win kind of feeling
Yeah.
for them. I feel like that spread could go either way. I think Bills do get a win. But if I'm going to go spread, I'll kind of lean more towards the -5. And that'd be my pick for that game.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Bills for sure win. You know what? Fuck that. I think the Bills win by a lot. I think defense makes some
Bills
mistakes.
also play really good in primetime games. They always have.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with it. Like you said, maybe this Trevor Lawrence experiment is coming to an end. The hype train's dying out a little bit.
You think next week we'll see some Mac Jones action?
Hey, I mean,
I love this next game, by the way.
Yeah, here we go. Bengals hosting Washington. The 0-2 Cincinnati Bengals, my Super Bowl pick. Not really, but I could see them winning the Super Bowl. 7.5 since he's favored by.
Give me Commanders on the money line.
That's
yeah, you're
insane.
tripping. I think this is a big number, and I'm gonna take the Bengals to cover it. They have a solid bro. Jaden Daniels,
He's been playing well.
he's been playing well, but he plays smart. He's not making mistakes. So they need to get in
And
the
then
end zone.
what are the Bengals great at? Forcing turnovers, short fields. I think Jaden Daniels gets him down there. I think this is going to be a big field goal game.
They just got in a big field goal game. I'm telling you, the Commanders are scoring 0 or...
I would take Commanders on the money line for sure.
Yeah.
No. I think there's a chance we could see Joe Burrow coming full-fledged here. 20-plus point win. Yeah. This could be one of the blowouts of the week.
Yeah, I could see a Saints-Dallas situation.
Yeah,
44 to fucking 10.
Railing.
Yeah, I could see them coming in there.
Dan Quinn doesn't get blown out like that.
If they don't come in, I've seen it many times. If they don't come out and get a good win here, then they just got to start playing for a draft pick next year. Cincinnati. I mean, 0-3. Yeah, I know. 0-3. It's over. For the year. What game are you most excited for this week?
I'm going to have to go with Atlanta versus Kansas City. I literally wake up with goosebumps ready for this game.
Yeah.
I'm ready for Kirk Cousins to finally take over the city and watch the Atlanta go to 2-1 and kind of move through this gauntlet of a schedule that we have, because then we got the Saints, Bucks, Cowboys, Seahawks. So, we have a hard schedule coming up. It's time to start really making that Super Bowl pick look good.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit the mall. Get a bunch of Chiefs gear. Watch that.
I'll say my favorite game of the week is the same as yours, the Falcons-Chiefs, just because it's going to be a fun one to watch.
Yeah.
And it's important for my...
Bids is going to be rocking.
If the Falcons can pull through, then that's good for my Chargers. Chiefs will get an early loss. And then obviously a big one for me is the Steelers-Chargers game, because it's going to let me see the Chargers offense go up against a good defense, and it'll kind of let me gauge things better.
What about you, Nick?
Yeah.
Hey, don't ever put thumbs down and toot to my fucking team like that.
That's just a boring game.
I don't know.
That's not a boring game, bro. That's going to be a hard-nosed, fucking old-school American football game, bro. Are you kidding me? Coach Mops.
I would say my most exciting game would be the Philly-New Orleans game. And not necessarily for the game itself, but I just want to see if New Orleans can keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if they fuck around and put up 40, 45, 50 again, even if they put up 30-plus and win, there's something that people seriously need to start tuning into New Orleans. And so...
Yeah, wait till they bring that train into the Mercedes-Benz.
But for the game, too, Baltimore, Dallas.
Yeah,
that would be a good game,
dude, with
too.
both of them competing this year, with the Saints and the Falcons being good this year, assuming the Falcons get the win this week.
Yeah.
That matchup's going to be nasty. The stands are going to multiple fights. That's going to be rough.
And I'm really going to be tuned into this Browns-Giants game.
Yeah.
No, I promise you I probably won't even take a glimpse at that. I put money on Daniel Jones in week 1, and I lost a few years off my life because I think I could have went and took some better snaps out there. Actually, I'm so fucking serious. But it's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
What a sode.
Well, we got a cool week three in front of us. We'll be back next week with more. Have a good week.
Ladd McConkey TD if it gets in there.